Hi guys. Welcome back to sunny Bristol. As I say, not so sunny. Absolutely pushing it down here. Trying to get a little bit more done with the old grow on. Keep having to hide in this filter house while it rains. I'll spin you around and show you what I'm doing. So set up a string line that goes around that pond, just to make sure that this pond is dead in line with that pond. And now I've put the easy pod in position, just trying to get the orientation right so I can mark the floor. I've marked it, you can see there. Next is just to dig down a bit for that bottom drain and channel out a bit there. I think that's the best place for it. It's tucked away, there's enough room there. Oh my god, it's pissing down the rain again. There's enough room there for my barrel system if I keep it. I could either put it along that wall or down there, so some options. Oh my god, look. I don't know if you can see that. That's what I'm dealing with. But I've got 3 days without kids and wife, so I'm going to knuckle on. I had all the stuff delivered for the base this morning. Shout out to Travis Perkins. I ordered it on the phone. 55 minutes later the guy was ringing the doorbell to drop it off on the drive. That's pretty good, I thought. Must mean like job and knock. So for a couple of days between Christmas you wanted to get it done and get home. Fish are all doing alright. I left them for a week. I went away for a week. Come back, give them a little bit of food last night and they're all happy. Still haven't taken the waterfall away. Naughty, should take it away. There we are. I can't just turn it off because I'm worried about the pipes freezing around the back. I need to turn it off and take the pump and all the way. I'm not going to bother insulating it. Still don't know whether that's exactly how it's going to work in the end. But yeah, I'll snap back to you in a bit. Right. So I've dug down. I dug a bit more than I needed to because I've got some postcrete left over from when I did the pergola. So I'm going to fill that with postcrete, spray the water on it and then drop that down to the level I need, because it goes hard in 10-15 minutes, so that'll just make sure that that's completely level and stuck in position. And I've got that 90 in there. Just got to measure between there and there now. Cut that 3-inch pipe, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go inside, glue it all together, make sure that where I glue it together in the house, that is level, and that pipe there is level upwards. You don't want it twisted or anything, I suppose. Go perfectly straight up, because if it's twisted a tiny bit, it'll put pressure on any fittings you have. I suppose it's going into a rubber boot eventually, but yeah, you still want it perfectly level. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the bath tonight and fill it up with water. Mrs. isn't home, so you can do stuff like that. Put it in the bath, fill it up with water, and check in the morning to see if the water's dropped, and then I'll be sure then that there's no leaks. So the last thing you want to do is concrete this all in the floor, and then I've seen it on other people's grow-ons that they've had a leak, and you know, the worst nightmare is it being in this part here, because it's all got to come up again. So I think it's worthwhile chucking it in the bath and filling it up. I need to measure from there up as well, so it's just give it a metre or something. Got plenty of pipe. Yeah. And then for this area, I had a bit of a touch actually. If you're a follower, I got these stones from my father-in-law. He had a full patio of this stashed in his lockup that he was left over from a job, and I just took enough to do the coping stones on this. I went back down the other day and he's still got the rest of that, so I've brought it all back, and I think I've got enough to do that, which would be perfect. Be nice. So I've been having an hour in what to do with this. One thought I had was put a floating floor in of timber, because then I can insulate. Big part of this I really want it insulated really well, like 100mm or 50mm Celotex. So I thought if I insulate the floor as well, that's even better. But the problem is, you've got a wooden floor then, haven't you? And Wood and water doesn't mix. So then I was like, shall I concrete this? I've got to mix up loads of concrete then and bring it round, and that's when I had the idea about those coping stones. So yeah, I got them. So that's what I'm going to do there. I can't decide, because this set comes with like 4 different stones, and you know there's a pattern to make it up, but because I've used all the small ones I can't do the pattern anymore. So I'm either going to use the rest of them but the pattern will be dodgy, or I've got, see that porcelain slab there, I've got 7 or 8 of them left over, so I could do, stay on the patio because of the mud, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that in the middle, and then go round the outside with this. Food for thought. I'm still thinking about it, but we're a few weeks away from that part, I suppose. I'll need to get this concrete in and a couple of blocks up before I do that. I've got a whack it all down. There's actually there must have been a shed here before. There was a big line of blocks in there, and that line of blocks in there. I don't know what's under the floor yet, but I'm not digging it up. I think this will be, well, that's what I'm pulling out of the ground now anyway, so I think I'm just going to whacker it. Stick the slabs down on top. You wouldn't pay someone to do it like that, but I've only got myself to kick in the teeth if the slabs go anywhere, haven't I? Take you on the front, show you the slabs and what I've got. Snap back to you. There's the rest of the slabs. They look a bit dirty, but they'll clean up absolutely fine. Getting a bit dark out here. Yeah. Then we got, can't remember what this is called, but basically stones and sand mixed together, all in one. So that and that in the mixer, good to go. Probably got way too much. I'm always good at ordering either not enough or way too much, but I thought if I ordered 1 it'd be not quite enough. 2's going to be too much, but at least whatever I've got left over that I can chuck under that for a bit of added sub base. Wow, look at that sky. That's unreal. Can't see it. It's crazy. Sunset in Bristol. Little tip for cutting this pipe. Get some wide masking tape. Put it round first. Just easier to get a nice straight line. It's easy to follow that straight line there than do it without, because you've got a high possibility of going like that. But easy enough. Much nicer to have a clean cut, isn't it? Right, see we got a bit all glued together. Didn't do any recording of gluing it together. It's a bit of a messy job. I had this reducer, and if you go back to my retrofit bottom drain video, that reducer has the same lip as that other reducer, so which meant that reducer had to go in the other way, which left this gap here on the inside. So I flicked the reducer around the other way and then had to sand there's a little stopper to, so if it was the other way you'd push that pipe in and it would hit a stopper. So I flipped it around, done it this way, but that meant I had to sand down the little lip in there so I could actually get the pipe through. All good, all level. So give it another half an hour to fully cure, and then get it in a bath and give it a test overnight. So it's full. Might leave that now for a day, maybe 2 days. Hopefully, she be right. Yeah, they are. Perfect. Didn't do any recording yesterday, but So I filled the bottom drain up in the bath, and it's fine. I woke up the next morning and I woke up the next morning, I went to work. When I came home, so it would have been 20 hours later, the water hadn't dropped at all, so I was happy with that. So I cracked on with the concrete, which is good. Mixed it all in, and then just as I was finishing, it started to rain. Proper rain, like biblical rain. So I quickly dashed out and got a roll of this DPC and had it in the garage here, clipped it there. But it, you know, I was doing it on my own, and the corner of it hit the top. Spent a while getting nice and smooth. The rain had just started pitching it, and then that skimmed it, but hopefully we'll be alright. I'll just take it off now and get back to you. Yeah, so I got away with it. Little mark in there from where the DPC hit it, but happy with that. About just over 100 mil, you know. Be plenty. So next plan, I'm going to get rid of a few of these bags. I'm going to load, I think you're allowed to take 8 of them to the tip at the same time, 8 rubble sacks. So I'll get 10 in there. Load them up in my van now. I've ordered some blocks, so they'll be coming in a few days. So I think I'll wrap this video up for today. Oh, I've got a big plant pot for that tree as well, that I've got to come out. I'll have to do some research on what type of soil to put in there for a fern. Hello boys. They want some food, but yeah, happy with that. Hard work on my own. Probably should have asked a mate for some help. This isn't quite, so that bottom drain ended up perfectly level with a level on either way. That pipe under there was perfectly level, and this is level that way, but that way there's a slight kink in it. It's like, I know that on you know, like guttering waste pipe, guttering pipe, some of those 90-degree bends are like 85 degrees, so you can continue a fall. I don't know whether that one was, but only slightly out. I can just heat it up with a heat gun and bring it back up perfectly. But it's strange how that was perfectly level, but you know, that wasn't. You can see it there, if that makes sense. Not the end of the world. What was more important, that rain didn't get to my concrete. Whew. I should have seen it coming down. I spent all evening worrying. Yeah, happy days. Right, load a few of these up and ready for the block work next. Hit the like, give us a subscribe if you've made it to the end of this video and you've enjoyed yourself. Yeah, I noticed on my analytics, keep hearing about other people mention the analytics, and 80% of the people that watch my my clips aren't subscribed, so one of those 80%. Subscribe. I'm still close to the 1,000. When I had 10, my missus said, you'll never get to 1,000, and I really want to get there now, so she can eat her words. Right guys, until the next one.